What's up, guys? So I'm gonna play a little bit of this video of an interview with Max Blumenthal, one of the best investigative reporters um, out there today. Does great work on the Middle East. Um, he's a Jewish cat, so um, he's gonna talk about what's going on with Trump. Now, Trump's in trouble, right? Donald Trump is in a lot of trouble, man. And let's play a little bit of that interview, though.
Quickly, almost out of the blue, reversing previous positions into line with Benjamin Netanyahu. And we all know that Miriam Adelson is Trump's top donor, the widow of the late casino baron and Likudnik warlord Sheldon Adelson, who have donated over $600 million to fuel Trump's career. She was seated behind Donald Trump at his inauguration with a better seat than every member of Congress and most of his cabinet secretaries. But there just seems to be something else about Trump that's
So Trump is taking $600 million, right, basically, from these people, right, from these small hats, from Netanyahu and his cohorts in America. It's a lot of money, $600 million, over a half. What was that? Over half a billion. He's gotten from these small hats, right? And so they gave him that money so that he would produce. They said, listen, we gave you this money, right? We want to attack Iran. Now, you can't take our money and not do what we want done, right? I mean, if you think he's in trouble, if you think he's not, let's just say he says no, I'm not going to do Iran. I know y'all want me to, but yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take too much flack for it. I can't do it. What you think going to happen? I'm just curious. What do you think is going to happen to Donald Trump if he tells them no? Right? So more than likely, he's going to do it. Donald Trump is going to launch strikes on Iran. He has no choice. His back is against the wall, right? And they probably told him, "Listen, it ain't just you that you putting in jeopardy. You know what I mean? There's other people around you." So he's probably afraid. He's probably scared right now, and I'm sure he doesn't know what to do. But the question is, how does that play out for everybody around? Because I was just thinking, like, if they do something to him, because he don't want to play ball on this whole Iran thing. I mean, I think he's going to, but let's say he just, Trump is a dumbass, right? So let's just say for some reason he get offended or something or whatever. Somehow he say, "Yo, no, I'm not doing it," right? Like he got in an argument with Elon Musk or whatever, and so he say, "Fucking, I'm not doing it," and then shit goes south for him, and you know what I mean, right? Like dude said. Anyway, let me play a little bit more of this. Stand by.
hard to explain. And what Trump has not done that really stuns me is he's not even made an attempt to explain this war, why it needs to happen to the American public. There's been no salesmanship at all. You can tell his heart isn't in it. You can tell that he actually doesn't want to do it. He said, "No one knows what I'm going to do today." That's because he doesn't know what he's going to do because he can't figure out which way to go. He's under so much pressure from Netanyahu and the forces and Netanyahu's assets And I think Trump is actually afraid after withstanding 2 assassination attempts that if he resists Netanyahu, it could unleash something very dark within the US, something that was briefly unleashed on Barack Obama after Barack Obama's Cairo speech, when the Israel lobby and the Zionist movement actually believed Barack Obama was going to give the Palestinians a state and break out of the dynamic that every other US president had been trapped in. Barack Hussein Obama, who had been friends with Palestinian professors like Rashid Khalidi and known Edward Said. And when two nights after Obama's address in Cairo, I was in Jerusalem and I took a camera down to central Jerusalem where young American Jews get extremely wasted who are studying at yeshivas there. And I went and interviewed them. And one after another, they called for Obama to be assassinated or called him the N word openly with total entitlement, because that's how Obama was being discussed within the Zionist movement, within the Zionist world, in the 5 towns in Long Island where many of these youth were from. My video actually made the local news in New York because these were all New York youth. So the same language would be used about any president who defied Israel. I believe Jeremy Corbyn would have been targeted with some kind of assassination attempt if he.
Yeah, so I'll stop that right there. So Max Blumenthal gave his 2 cents on that, and I have no reason to disagree. Right? So, yeah, Trump's in trouble. He's in between a rock and a hard place. You see, and so in either way, it's bad for everybody else involved. You know what I'm saying? It's bad for everybody involved because let's say he just goes dumb and doesn't do it. Okay, well then you know what's coming next for him. But they not the type that just they not gonna let it point at them. They'll do some crazy shit like somehow, you know, they'll do something like get some of those human looking masks and maybe um, have like one of their agents dress up in a black man, and you know, and say, well, he did it, black guy did it, right? And try to like bait people. You know, they're not gonna let it be a situation where it's clear that you know Israelis did it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna try to put some salt in the game. Trust me. I mean, it's gonna be some kind. I'm just saying, like, I don't know exactly what, but I know that they're not gonna have it point to them, even though it'll be obvious. They're gonna try to throw a curveball, put some salt in the game, and turn making it bad, or do something where they make it bad for everybody else or other people, some kind of way. That's just how they are. They're just wicked and evil. I mean, so, and in turn, like I said, that's going, to they're going to try, it's going to get bad for everybody. Either way, I mean, let's say he does it. Like they apply pressure, and he says, "Fuck it," you know what I mean? I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Which he is. He's gonna do it. He ain't built like that. He gonna do it. He not gonna challenge them people. Not after taking $600 million of their money. And so, I mean, I'm falling on the side of Trump's gonna do it. They're gonna apply pressure. Look, man, you took out 600 million, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? You need to get this done, or else. And you know what the or else is, right? And so, you know, so he says, "Fuck it." I mean, he don't care about no Persians and Arabs, obviously. So he's like, fuck it, self-preservation, me over them at this point. So he goes push the button. All right, we got to go in. They got nuclear weapons, blah, blah, blah. They start doing it. Okay, it's still going to be fucked up. So it ain't just Trump that's in a rock and a hard place. It's everybody in America. And not just in America, it's everybody in the world. Like, this has worldwide ramifications. You might think, I'm going to be fine. You're not. No, I mean, particularly if you're not. It's going to be, this is going to be a problem wherever you are. Because if he get popped, it's going to get crazy. Right? You already see what's going on. ICE riots, all kinds of shit. Right? And then if he get popped, oh boy. And then if he do it, oh boy, and start bombing the Iranians, what do you think they're going to do? Your gas price is going up to $10 a gallon, maybe 15, depending on where you at. Inflation, food costs. You're still going to have the riots on top of that going on, the ICE raid riots and all that protesting and shit. Now you got on top of that $10, $20, $10, $15 gasoline. And you got the Persians and the Arabs going crazy in the Middle East. They're going to hit everything moving over there. Right? They're going to hit everything moving. So all hell going to break loose. Right? So you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. But one thing I'll leave you with this. As the Joker said, chaos is fair. I'm going to leave you with that. Don't, be ready for anything, but realize that chaos is fair. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can say. Because either way, just either way, this shit is not going to go how anybody necessarily would want it to go. So you're going to have to be able to ride the wave. So the question is, can you ride the wave? You see? So you have to understand chaos is fair, and you're going to have to ride the wave. So I'm going to leave it right there. That's all I got.